Now, next to Blanc Pan is Breguet, and I just couldn't miss Breguet, and I do like Breguet, and Breguet is one of the watch brands that I first looked at about 20 years ago, because then these were presented me as some of this is what high horology was. And the guy that was showing me them was a Breguet collector, and I really fell for his passion and interest in Breguet watches. I thought they were delightful, and this especially, you know, these four here, they were Breguet for me. That design was Breguet, and today I do like them. I think that's exactly what a watch collector. You would want one of those in your collection, I'm sure of it. And these pilot chrono styles, I do like. I think this is the Type 22 or 21 or the Type 20. You'll have to forgive me, but it's the Breguet Pilot that I with the rotating bezel chronograph that I think is lovely. So this is right up my avenue as well. This is the sort of thing that I really go for. So I'm in Breguet, and I'm such a fan. Breguet really sums up high-end watchmaking. Okay, so for me, this is really a super treat. I'm a Breguet fan anyway, and I've been meaning to get my hands on the Breguet Type 20 in particular for a while. But today, the opportunity has finally presented itself, and so here I am. Now for me, this Breguet, this traditional Breguet, I don't have to say anything. I can simply show you on camera that movement, the detail of the mechanical artistry. I mean, this is mechanical art in pure motion, just heart beating away there. Look at the balance wheel. But I look at this and I notice that it has a power reserve in the top left here, and of course solid gold. And look at the coin edge mid case there. Hopefully I'm describing that correctly. But I look at this and I think that is mechanical art in motion, and then I turn it over and look at that. Look at that, look at the winding mass. That is a winding mass. Breguet have decided to create a winding mass that looks like that. Isn't that delightful? This is, I just visually, without me going any further, I'm totally taken by it. You could have this on your wrist. In fact, let me zoom out for a moment, and I'll offer it up to my wrist. I would be, oh yes, look at that. Look at that. I would be very happy walking around wearing that, especially to a business meeting. Actually, I would just want to wear it around the house as well, because the visual thing, isn't that absolutely delightful? This to me is Breguet, and I have a feeling that this watch is going to remain desirable. But if it all of a sudden became highly desirable, I could imagine it, because this would be on my to get list for sure, because of that shape of that winding mass. Now I feel I'm not qualified enough to talk about the movement, but please comment below if you know about this movement or the artistry that's gone into manufacturing this. But isn't that absolutely lovely? For me, this is right at the very top, and I just can't fault it for what it is. And it is mechanical artwork that you put on your wrist. I love it. You can tell that I'm taken by Breguet. And the traditional Breguets like this. And Breguet fans are going to notice the Type 20 here. And this, from memory, is the military focus Breguet, Type 20. And look at the bezel rotates so that you can take that arrow to the minute hand, and you've got a reference there. But of course you've got the chronograph, and look at the date window. I love a date. I love a date on a chronograph, and it's perfectly positioned between 4 and 5. Now I don't know what Breguet has done, but this dial and the colour of it, and the matte texture underneath the glass is so delightful. Look at this. What a super watch. Now, if I think they've all got see-through case backs that I love. Oh yes, look at that. And so I can see there, hopefully you can see that the winding mass has been coloured differently. It might be that they've used a different material. And sometimes they use a heavy material because, of course, it has a utility function of winding a mainspring. But you can see that the sapphire, the see-through caseback squeezing through there. But because it's got the pass-through military-styled bracelet, I don't want to pull it out. But look at that! Isn't that super? Look at that! That is delightful. Now I really, really like that. I do. But there is a big problem here, and the problem is it's got its big brother that's made out of solid gold. And being a gold fan, it's solid gold with a blue bezel and dial. I mean, look at that. I think it's a rose gold, but do forgive me if it's called something else, but I think this is towards the rose gold. But the way that it contrasts with the automatic movement and this delightful winding mass, oh, that is really super. I do like this, and it's matching my shirt today. Look at that. Oh, I do like that. I really do. Okay, this has got to be, this has just positioned itself as one of my favourite Breguets that I've ever seen, actually. So I just took a photo of it there. Look at that. It's so, this is really, you know, I suppose an exit piece. If I had this, I would be thinking to myself, you know, where do I go from here? Solid gold, Type 20, with that engine room. Look at that. I love the see-through casebacks, and it looks like a quick release system here on the strap. I'm sure it is, but look at that. Isn't that delightful? I don't know what else to say apart from, I suppose, you know, when you pick up, you know, things that you really enjoy yourself, you know, that you really like, it's very difficult to be negative about these things because, you know, I can't find anything negative. I like them, and that's before I even put my hands on the things. I thought, you know, what fabulous things that, you know, exist in this world. And just then, you know, I have this habit of grabbing 3 watches. I was just thinking, I've got a 3 Breguet collection here, haven't I? Although it's heavy on the chronograph side, having 2 Type 20 chronographs here. But this one is solid gold, this is military, and then we've got a traditional Breguet here that is just poetry. It's mechanical art, poetry in motion. There's nothing more to say. This is at the top of the pyramid when it comes to watchmaking, for me anyway. If I was to offer what I think is pinnacle, high-end mechanical artistry, Breguet has to, you know, fall out of my lips. It's brilliant. Isn't that lovely? Okay, I don't know what else to say right now because I'm a little bit gobsmacked with how cool these Breguet watches are. But there we go, Breguet. Just brilliant.